Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this session. I know the timing of this event is very conducive to an afternoon siesta, but when we have our personal and professional growth in mind, who would choose a nap over development? At least, I don't think any one of us is going to admit this in an audience this big. But on a serious note, at the start of the academic year, the counseling department did mention that this year we wanted to keep the momentum going and continue to invest in and commit to ongoing development and training for our teachers through a series of training sessions. And we're just so glad that our management sees the value in that. And so, keeping that end in mind, the session has been organized. And even before I introduce the session topic and our speaker, in keeping with Bethany tradition, I will call upon Cheryl, who is our primary and middle school counselor, to begin with a word of prayer.
Let's bow our heads in prayer. Father, we thank you that you have enabled us to gather here today to address a topic that is so relevant to all of us. Lord, you are the source of all wellness and all health, and healing flows from you. Lord, we want to treat this topic with the importance that it deserves, believing that you want to equip each one of us with the practical wisdom that we need to take care of ourselves better. We thank you for Dr. Jonas, who has agreed to be here and impart knowledge about how we as a school can engage in and promote wellness so as to be a blessing to our students and even parents. Bless this session with your presence and open our hearts and minds to receive all that you want us to hear through Dr. Jonas. In thy name I pray. Amen.
The topic of wellness has always been relevant, but I think never more so than now, after the aftermath of COVID, even as we are trying to get our lives back in order and adjusting to a new normal of sorts. And I think part of this new normal is learning to thrive, or at least survive, in an age of technology. And so the topic for today, promoting whole school wellness, opportunities and challenges, is as apt a topic as it gets for all of us in our varied personal and professional roles, even as Dr. Jonas talks about wellness as it relates to us, as it relates to students and parents. I think in the time that we have to do justice to Dr. Jonas's credentials would be asking for too much, but I would just say that in a nutshell, he is an expert in many areas, and those include employee engagement, CSR consultation, life skills education, implementation of action research, and of course promotion of psychological well-being. And he has 23 plus years of experience behind him in psychology and counseling. His educational qualifications include an MSW, an MSc, and an MPhil in psychology, and a PhD in life skills education. He has, to his credit, several published research articles, authored and edited books and many chapters in books, and currently he is serving as the head of the Department of Social Work as well as the director of the Center for Life Skill Education. He is also the director for the Center of Professional Excellence and Lifelong Learning, and he also serves as a coordinator of United Nations Academic Impact Hub for Sustainable Development Goals 1 at Pujanthi. So as you know, this is a lot, and so it's an honor and privilege to have you with us, and we are really looking forward to you engaging us in a session which we believe is going to be very, very productive and meaningful. Before I ask you to come up here, sir, I would request our counsellor Sneha, who is a counsellor for NIOS, PPC, PPD and HSR, to give to you a token of our appreciation.
Each of us have got our own definition of wellness, right? Each of us, and definitions keep changing, right? How many of us are sitting here married? All. Okay. How many of us not married? There. Okay. The difference will be there. You ask them what is their concept of wellness. Married people, you ask them their concept of wellness. Okay. So, people with adolescent children, without adolescent children, the wellness definitions differ. Right? Sometimes we ask teachers, come, we have a one day outbound, one day outing. Okay, so we'll go. They say, no, if all of you go, for me here, that is wellness. But sometimes no other choice, so people go. Okay, so the concept of wellness is different to different persons, and there are also a lot of myths associated with wellness. All of us understand the term myth, right? What is myth? Something we keep believing, right? We do not know whether it is true or false, right? When I get old, my children will take care of me. When I get married, I'll be happy. All of us have fallen into the myth, right? Okay, so it's a caution to those of our friends who are not yet. Okay, so some myth. Another myth is, now today I am away from home, my family is missing me. I had gone to one company. She's a very senior manager. She tells me, sir, I work 5 days, only one day I am at home, Sunday. 6 days I work. And for that also my husband is telling me, why Sunday is coming very often? You can imagine the power of madam. She tells me, sir, there are 6 days in between. This fellow doesn't realize. He realizes that, every after 2-3 days one Sunday is coming. Okay, so we all live in a myth, certain things, and we may also have certain myth related to wellness. So today we are going to demythify, right? So this is not wellness, and we are going to test your wellness. Okay, right? So how many of you want to test your wellness? Right. It is for those people who have not raised your hand. For very same reason, today we are going to test it. What happens is, people who think that they are really having lot of wellness, not to offend anybody, okay? Don't feel bad, okay? In case if I give some examples, in case some names come to your mind, pop up, please push it back. All of us have some people, no? Who are very good to the students and very good to the principal, horrible to the colleagues. And nobody will believe also. She! No! Okay, so I'm not connecting those who didn't raise hand, okay? Please don't feel it. So it is, those people need more wellness test. Okay, so today we are going to do a little bit, it's a very short test. Okay, we are going to do the wellness test, and then I'm going to end with some suggestions how we can enhance our wellness. 3 stakeholders we are going to discuss. One is the teachers, because our personal wellness is the most important thing, because only when I have wellness, I can give to wellness others. Right? If I don't have 10 rupees, you ask me for 5 rupees, I cannot give. Only what I have, I can give. So first, we should have wellness. Imagine a teacher, Monday morning, she feels, okay, I say she because there are more lady teachers. Don't, get back. Yeah, no. After I finish the example, you will understand, sir. Don't come and tell me, sir, why you are saying gender bias, why. Okay, so, forgot what I wanted to say. Monday morning, once there was a famous speaker. He said, I don't know how to start. Then somehow crowd encouraged, he started. Then he goes on speaking. Then he says, I don't know how to end now. Then somebody got up from the side, sir, you finished it long time back, please end it now. So Monday morning, imagine a teacher is feeling, oh, I have to go back to the same place, I have to do the same, what to do. Okay, very frustrated. She comes, one student comes, ma'am, can I just have a word with you? Yes, come. Ma'am, I feel life is boring. I find what is use of living. I find what mentoring this teacher can give. Imagine what she will say. You have given voice to my thought. This is exactly I was feeling. If that boy or girl had planned to do something after 2 weeks, they will speed up by 1 week and the credit goes to our teacher. So our own personal wellness matters a lot. When we are more happy, we can be making others happy. So we will talk about the teachers. Second, the wellness of the students. Because at the end of the day, we are here for students, okay? Because there are no students, we have no role here. Very simple as that. Okay? More students are more happy, we are also more happy. So students' wellness. Third one, now today it is more integral part is parents' wellness. During COVID, all of you would have realized, all of us realized, right? Parents became suddenly super active in their child's education. The first COVID, I'm saying, first lockdown, right? More involved, right? Teacher corrects the student's English, student's mother corrects the teacher's English. You realize? Two ring she doesn't give you, you don't pick, third ring goes to the principal. Parents became, super duper, actively involved. Now that you are teaching, face to face, you are teaching your students, nobody is here. But during online, what happened? The whole family is listening to you. Right? Whole family is listening to you. It is not only that, it happened for your own family also. Earlier you are taking a bag, I am going to school. During COVID, what happened? Your whole family observed. You are observed, this is the one you are doing. Why such a big build-up all these days? This one only, no? The way that you are going around as if, this much only, no? COVID, what do you call it? Tore off the face mask, whatever that was happening. So now we also understood. When we say we are going to school, they know. Okay, so this COVID has taught lots and lots of lessons, especially many parents automatically became more jealous, selfish. More selfish, they wanted my child, my child, my child. So therefore, today parents' wellness also matters a lot. Because they are an important stakeholders of any institutions like this. 20 years, 25 years, you would have been a great teacher. Nobody will know you. Right? You give one slap to one child, tomorrow morning you can see yourself in TV9. Illi nodi, yenu madidare. Right? That arrow mark will come. Right? They will interview some old alumni. What do you feel now? Yeah, when we studied also she was scripting. We thought she changed, but now we realize that she is same. That night Arnav will say the nation wants to know why teachers. So, the toughest thing is to be a teacher, right? Tough thing. Because earlier we were not managing stakeholders. You come, teach and go. Right? And ours is the only generation. When we grew up, we have to adjust with our parents. Now we have to adjust with our children. No other generation had like this. Right? Both you have to adjust. Whether they are our biological child or the children that we are teaching. So tough today. Toughest thing is being a teacher. Let's accept it. Those senior teachers will know it. Those days, whatever you say is a gospel truth. But today, no. Today, it is those days are what? 3-year preparation, 30-year reputation. Run the same show. Nobody is going to ask. Right? One day a teacher is dictating notes, everybody is taking down, one boy is not taking down. Why are you not taking down notes? Ma'am, my mom studied here. Mom's notes. For some teacher, change of syllabus is immaterial. You change anything, I teach only this. Okay, so those days are over. But today, every day, especially in a college, if I don't prepare for 2 hours, I cannot give a 1 hour good lecture. So that is very, very tough to be a teacher. Plus, you have to manage and come back. And if you are, how many of you are living in a joint family? Okay, good. Right, I am a family counselor. No. Lot of IT employees are my clients. When they say joint family, they say, sir, we are living husband and wife, we are together only, sir. I hope you didn't mean that. Okay, so it is one husband came and told me, those of you who are living in a joint family, morning you have to get up, get your your child's tiffin box ready and their lunch, your husband's how many of you are both parents working? I mean, it's a very challenge. And if you have a joint family, your in-laws, very, very tough. And finally, if you reach home, again you have to think about it. Finally, when your husband comes back from office, you have to smile in front of him. Otherwise, he gets offended. One husband came and told me, "Sir, when I come back home, she's not receiving me." This lady is, "Sir, how to receive him, sir? That is his own house, let him come in, sir." And we have 2 adolescent children and he is talking about receiving him. And this fellow is with more emotion. She is not receiving me. Then finally I just said, "Ma'am, let us prepare one certificate. You are hereby received." So it is tough thing. Because those days our roles were limited. Today more roles, more challenges. You have to be a teacher, you have to be a mother, you have to be a wife, you have to be an in-law, a brother-in-law, a sister-in-law, then you have to be a good colleague. If you are in a leadership position, you have to make sure that everybody is happy under you. Whether you are happy or not, that is immaterial for your management. It's always there, no? At the end of the day, they talk about, are they happy, are they happy? And he is happy, she is happy only when she comes to my position. What do I do? So it becomes so challenging, and finally we have to talk about our own happiness, our own mental health. And the worst thing is, we are told that others' mental health is depending on you. What a paradox. Students, right? So this is a challenging job. Especially being a teacher in the 21st century is challenging, but still with certain techniques and tricks, we can stay happy and make others happy. And that is the purpose that we are going to have. Though my presentation is quite long, but I will stop whenever the time is over. Okay, so don't have to think. Okay. How many of you know that today's generation 100%? You think? Okay, how many years difference is one generation? 5? 20, 30? 20, 30? 6.5 is a one generation. Okay? 6.5. And this is shrinking. Now sometimes the husband and wife will be there in a different generation. Each generation has got its own characteristic. Right? Each generation. And the problem is, each generation criticizes the next generation. Okay? For example, when our parents, okay, what was their biggest complaint about us? Hardworking. Okay, not hardworking. Even some of you are, your own parents, even some of us, get into that, like, what we call unreasonable comparison. They talk about it. Those days we used to walk 10 kilometers to go to the school. Now the school is in front of the house. Why he has to walk? In what way that example is irrelevant? Those days my father was sitting under the street light and studying. What was he doing during the day? We don't. Unreasonable comparison, and today's children don't like. Today's children don't like comparison. My son is in 8th standard. He was eating some rice he dropped. When I went near, stop. Don't start, so many people are dying without food. They don't like. They don't like. So today's children don't. Advice is the easiest commodity. Where the supply exceeds the demand. Economics teachers will know it. Everybody wants to give advice. Everybody wants to give. Okay? Even at the funeral, they will give some advice to the fellow who is dead. You see? He could have lived, he should have lived, he must have. So, each generation's character differs, and keep comparing and keep criticizing. Now, what is our biggest complaint about our children? what do you generally? We were obedient to our parents, right? We never compared, we never complained. Whatever our parents gave, we accepted. Okay? Some parents also say, no, those days we never even talked about going out. Today many people are, your generation, you are all drinking or whatever it is. What is your son's complaint about your grandson? Definitely you will complain. That's a part of a human existence. Those days we used to drink and come home. Nowadays they are not coming home. See, when we grew up, education was the only tool for empowerment. Today, even without education, people are successful. That's a hardcore reality, no? Now tell me honestly, do you think children, students are passing only because we teach? Very good. My session is over, sir. True. They don't wait for it. Today, what we call edutech. The biology teachers, what you draw with, looking at the book and drawing on the chart, that Baiju Buiju are putting a beautiful videos. All free. Right? Animated videos. They learn better. We had one professor. She was teaching business law. Very long back. And every semester students used to fail. You can imagine power of teacher. One semester she took maternity leave. Everybody passed. They went to good teacher for tuition, as simple as that. So those days are over. That we are not the monopoly of knowledge. We bring a bucket full of knowledge, open everybody's head. No, those days no. Today, even if you don't teach, they will pass. We say, no, Mata Pita Guru Devam. Today, Mata Pita Google Devam. Problem with Google is, Google cannot motivate. Google cannot encourage. Google cannot say, it's okay, try again. Google cannot say, I am with you. So that is why I tell all the teachers, 50% of the salary that we are paid is to motivate the students. Only 50% is to teach. Only 50% is to teach. Even that 50 also, if you don't teach also, sometimes they would pass. Only thing is you should not be a disturbance. Let's be honest, you give a open book exam today, open book exam sometimes, possibility is there. Not all the subjects, not all the teachers. Okay, so today's children, they can study even without a teacher. That is the stage that we are getting inside. So then what is the role of a teacher? Like providing emotional wellness, being a scaffolding for them to, when they fall down. When children come from, disadvantaged families or a single parent. When I say single parent, not necessarily father or mother is dead or they are in Dubai. No. When the person is not emotionally available for the family, it is a single parent only. Whether it is a father or mother. Today that population is on the increase, right? I am sure you must be witnessing that. And we have children from both parents are alcoholic. There are parents. One fellow went and told, Daddy, today we had a drinking competition in the college. Father asked, who came second? Father, no, son always comes first. When children come from these type of families, how do we manage? So our role is teach, changing, teaching to mentoring. So that one thing we have to understand, dear teachers. Even if we don't teach, students will pass. That is the hardcore reality. Then what is our role? Motivate, give them emotional support, understand them, give them, persuade them without force. Don't worry, you can try. I read a beautiful article which says a teacher's voice has to be like a Google Map voice. A teacher's voice has to be like a Google Map voice. You keep going, you have to take a right. By mistake, when you go straight, even if it is after 2 kilometers, what does Google say? Go and come back. Google doesn't say, just now I told you why you went to come back. Stupid fellow, how long I have been telling you? Every day you are going on the road, continue. Google never says that. Even if it is after 2 kilometers, Google is patient with you. They say a teacher's voice has to be like a Google Map voice. So there are two types of teachers generally we see in any school. First type of teachers who make others happy by their presence. Whenever they are there, they are happy. Second type of teachers who make others happy by their absence. Have you seen sometimes? Why are we unusually happy from morning till now? Oh, she's on leave! You didn't even realize. So that is wellness. When my presence makes people happy, and when I am happy with myself, and people around me are happy, I am emotionally alright, okay? And others are also happy. My presence should make others happy. First, I should enjoy my presence, and others also should. Very, very simple. Okay, now with this context, let us see it. Now, there are 6 dimensions we talk about. Your physical wellness, your mental wellness, your spiritual wellness. Spirituality is different from religion. I think you get the difference, right? There are 12 signs of a spiritually intelligent person. Spiritual quotient we say. One of the signs of a spiritual quotient, person with a spiritual quotient is a strong sense of humor. Can't you think? We never associate religion and smile or this. Pastor is preaching, everybody is singing, he is saying, cursing, all of you will go to hell, none of you are behaving well. This city is full of crime. Only one fellow is giggling and laughing. Why are you smiling? I am from the next town, he said. I am not from this city. Another fellow always on technology, always wherever he goes he wants a Wi-Fi. Funeral is going and asking, Father, what is the Wi-Fi password? He got angry. Respect the dead. Capital letter or small letter? He thought there's a Wi-Fi password. There are people. So you can imagine what type of wellness they would be able to bring. Then of course, emotional wellness, your social wellness. Social wellness is, I am happy, others also should be happy about my presence. It's not that I am happy, others are really waiting for my, yes, it should not be that. And of course, the last one is environmental. So we will see one by one. Okay, so physical is nourishing a healthy body through exercise, nutrition, sleep. Okay, sleep is the easiest and the cheapest, okay, medicine available for our wellness. Please make sure you sleep good amount of sleep. I'm sure you have counselors, they will talk about sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is minimum, depends on your schedule, minimum 5 hours an adult, 8 hours strong sleep is required. That takes care of so many things. At least 45 minutes before sleep, no gadgets, no screen time. Please make it a point. Morning, as soon as you get up, don't look at your mobile. How many of us do that? Okay. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. If your answer is yes for all the 3 questions, probably you are a case for screening. In AMS, we are doing a project, I don't know if you are aware of it, we are part of a shut clinic. Society for Healthy Use of Technology. Okay, new cases we are seeing now, that clinic. Okay, now morning, as soon as I get up, I look at social media. Raise your hand. What? Nobody? Please be honest. No, I'm not judging anybody, please. Okay, last thing before going to bed, last thing that I do is look at the social media. Okay, whenever there is no Wi-Fi or internet, I get irritated. If your answer is yes for all the 3, you will have to little think it. There is a technique which I am also going to suggest that's called triple D, daily digital detoxification. That is, for some time, don't do anything with the technology, just be free. Best thing is, in the morning, as soon as you get up, don't, look at your mobile or a screen time. Increase the gap. Maybe you can start with the first 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay? So the more and more you are delaying, they are saying it helps us to be weak, because technology has now, we are already crossed to that optimum level. Now whatever that's going to happen next, it's going to be in the negative side only. Okay, so that's one tip that I wanted to give you. Then we have a mental wellness, engaging the world through learning, problem solving, so where your cognitive abilities are more used. Okay, you have to give a food for your brain, you have to think. Okay, that helps. Whenever you solve a problem, you feel happy, right? Then of course emotional, accepting yourself as you are, right? Because nobody is perfect, nobody is better than me, nobody is smarter than me. Okay, I am a tiny creature on this universe, so whatever that I can have, let me achieve the objectives and goals. So that acceptance and okay. So then we have the other concepts of wellness. Of course, spiritual wellness. As I said, spiritual wellness does not mean your religiosity. Religion is different from wellness. Then of course, social wellness and environmental wellness. Relationship is the key. Now, lot of myth, as I said, we are all carried away by so many myths about wellness. Different people understand in a different way. There are few things that I want to look at. A happy teacher creates a happy classroom, and he or she creates a motivated learners. Very simple. So the primary thing is, I have to be happy. If I am not happy, what happens? Have you seen children? As soon as you enter, when you smile, they also smile. If you don't smile, keep quiet. Maybe another EMI not cleared. Why we are looking at her? Right? And if a teacher is well prepared, what does she do? Straight away she starts the class. If he or she is not prepared, what do? Calling the back fellow to the front fellow to the back. One old homework everybody forgot, that day you remember. So student was, okay, today ma'am is not prepared. Let us also give company. Ma'am, he is pinching me, ma'am. He is hitting me, ma'am. Win-win model. I am also happy, you are also happy. Frustrated learners don't learn anything. Last week a child was brought to me from one of the reputed schools. That child has got a very mild ADHD, right? You know that. A little hyperactive, and when the parents shared, the school has not found out. Parent, IT couple, educated, they shared this with the teacher, the class teacher. She started looking at the child in a different. Purpose of telling was so that the teacher will give a special attention. But it became a backfired. The teacher started, making him feel bad in front of the others. Sometimes saying, such an insensitive. What happens to the child? Now finally they are saying, sir, we don't have any other way than we thought of pulling the child out of the school. You see, it is possible. Maybe they will not share with us because they are afraid of the consequences. We are also afraid of the consequences of the parents sometimes. Many children pass in many schools not because they have deserved. Teachers don't want to deal with the parents. Go to her next class teacher. I have to take revenge. She is there in your section only. There, you are that class. Very good, very good. Parents will come, you meet. Okay, so when people have that, it becomes a big challenge. So it all starts with the teachers. Okay, so what is Matthew 15? Any questions? Bible goes to read. Oh, it's not a Sunday. Okay, please. It says a blind cannot lead the blind. Okay, if blind leads the blind, both will fall into the pit. Very simple. Right? Have you seen some people? They give you false promises. You don't worry, I am there. You don't worry, I am there. You don't worry, I am there. Finally, this fellow, we have to pull him out from a big problem. All of us have had one friend like that. Okay, so now I am going to test your wellness. Okay, ma'am, now you can distribute, ma'am. That's it. Super. Black. Why? Second page, nothing is there. Oh, you can ask. Bad attitude is like a flat tire. You cannot move forward till you change it. Husband and wife driving, suddenly tire got punctured. Husband said, oh, we cannot even move 1 inch forward. She said, okay, then we go back. Enhanced wellness. Insightful. So, if your score is less in this bracket, you will have to little more work on that. One easiest way is to morning as soon as you get up, look at the mirror and give a beautiful smile. Okay? Look at the smile. Make sure that nobody is around you. Because already morning when you get up, you look like one horrible thing. He is looking at you and then you are smiling at yourself. So, okay, so, because smile is like a COVID, highly contagious. Have you seen some people keep smiling? Laughter is the best medicine. Please laugh. But if you laugh for no reason, you get a medicine. Okay, so smile. Even if you don't feel like smiling, please smile. That's why we say, fake it till you make it. Okay, pretend to be happy till you become actually happy. Slowly you will become happy. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, start liking yourself. Look at the mirror. I like you. I like you. One person, every day she was going and speaking in front of the mirror. One day mirror spoke. If you come again, I will break. So it depends on your situation. Whatever I say, please keep your family context in mind and then do it. Generally, I advise parents, if you have adolescent children, hug them more. Children should feel your physical touch. But in our culture, as children grow, mostly, even they also don't like, we also don't do that. Especially to the fathers, if you have never hugged your son, okay, don't try go on today do that. That fellow will get, Amma, what happened to daddy? Slowly, you keep your family context in mind. But physical touch matters a lot. Hug your children. Maximum. Okay? So, little on that. Okay? So, now any institution, we have two set of stakeholders. Now, who are stakeholders? Stakeholders is a business term. Stakeholders are people who are interested in our organization. They have some say in your school, whether you like it or not. Often we think only the parents are important stakeholders, government. No. That Xerox shop fellow in front of your school is an important stakeholder. He decides the name of your school. He gets spoiled. Because today we are living in the era of technology. Okay? People may not even respond to you. Widely they go and write all nonsense in the online. Today that's a big thing. Online reputation. Okay, so therefore, we have to be a little careful about how do we manage. There are two types of stakeholders. Primary stakeholders. Primary stakeholders are those people who are directly involved in any institutions. Maybe our teachers, parents, right? What we call it, students. They are all called a primary state. They are directly involved with the, let's say, Bethany school. Indirect or the local community, the other schools. There are some schools who survive only because of our school. Whomever we kick them out, they take. Discipline. Come here. Okay, so they can also play a role. Okay, then the media, the general public, your neighborhood. Okay, because they decide a lot. Okay, so there is a theory model, I don't know. This is called Menlo's model. All your stakeholders, we have to divide into 4 categories because this has got a lot to do with your wellness. Okay. Now, some people have got a low interest in our organization and they also have a low power. For example, neighbors. Their children may not be studying here. Okay, they don't have any much, but put minimum effort and keep them happy. Don't say that we don't need you. There are some people, they have a high interest in our organization. They are not very powerful. They cannot do anything. Maybe a poor child who is studying in our school. Don't underestimate them. Okay, keep them informed, whatever you are doing. There are some people who have got a high, Low interest, but then high power. The local politician. For example, whose children may not be studying here. You have next to Koramangala police station. Some fellows, their children may not be studying here or their children studying here. So make sure they are satisfied. There are some people who are highly powerful and they also have so much interest. Imagine next to Koramangala police station is there. The inspector's child is studying here. Imagine. Okay? So those people are powerful. They also have interest in our institution. Manage them on a day-to-day basis. Why I am saying is, the amount of wellness that the environmental wellness that you create in your school, that decides teachers' wellness, and teachers' wellness decides the child's wellness, and child's wellness automatically decides parents' wellness. Of course, then parents' wellness on child, so it's a vicious circle. So therefore, it's an ecosystem and nobody can be out, nobody can, those days are over. I don't need anybody. Today we all need. Even if you stand on your own leg, we need 4 people to carry at least. Finally, no, at least 4 people. So we all need. Earlier we used to say competition. Today we are moving to collaboration. Today we all need people. So therefore, please keep this stakeholder concept. Okay. Now, why generally teachers are having poor wellness? Okay. First one is over expectation. Perfectionism. Perfectionism is a sickness. Have you seen some people too much perfect on whatever they do? Don't try to be perfect, try to be successful. Because perfectionists, they don't reach anything. Then lack of social and emotional competence training. Nobody tells them about you have to be emotionally be healthy. These are the issues that you will face. And then interpersonal. A teacher makes 330 decisions in a day. A teacher makes 330 decisions. It's an average. Right? From the time you enter the campus till you go out. And imagine at home, so many decisions. Now when you get back home, you have to make a decision. What is the big decisions you have to make? What to cook for dinner. They told me in one program. That's a major decision. Right? So every day you make so many decisions and each decision has got its own, what we call it, a ripple effects of decision. Night you go to bed, because you go to bed, you get up late in the morning. Because you get up late in the morning, you hurry up. One day it happened for me. I was in a hurry. Child is full. I had to put in the school bus. Just put the ID card and went. I put the ID card and reached. After reaching college only, I realized I am putting Ricky, Anthony, Richard, 8th standard. I was imagining what that fellow is doing there, going around, professor. So, I mean, you see now what happens in the house. Those of you who have got children in the late childhood, just before adolescence, what happened? Literal civil war, right? We don't want to fight with our spouse, but these fellows are creating trouble. Otherwise, we are happy only, no? The way you shout, where is that, this is that, blah, blah, blah. Also, it all happens because of the ripple effects of decision. Then lack of time. Then vulnerability due to accountability. What happens? Too many things we want to take it up. We are responsible for so many things. So as a result, naturally, we are emotional vulnerability is there. Then demanding parents, over expectation from parents, your employers, okay, rising students' demands, expectations, and increase in workload and administration. And sometimes, people become over particular. Don't be too much over particular. One principal told the child, tomorrow I want to meet your parents, especially your daddy and mummy. Then who else will come? Over particular. Parents will go, those fellows will come. Okay, so all these causes a poor wellness and lack of happiness, and that leads to big challenge for a teacher. Technology dependence, student discipline challenges, teachers motivation, home atmosphere. You have some problem at home that affects here, right? You quarrel with your husband or in-law. When you come here, the first child who has not done the homework exactly represents your mother-in-law. How do you balance? Okay? So that happens. Unprepared student. Suddenly people, during COVID you realized, right? 8 o'clock class, 7:55 only that boy is getting up. Right? Mother will simply put the uniform and make it sit in front. Rather than putting something down also we don't know. just look at like this. Okay? When student causes a stress, then over expectations from parents, school expects, okay? Then over interference, over anxiety of the parents, and more selfish. All these causes, teachers' job is really, that's why somebody said, everybody thinks the teacher's job is like, being in a park, nicely enjoying. But only teachers know they are in a Jurassic Park. During COVID, you realize, no, your own child, how to manage, you have to keep looking at him. Like him, 40 fellows are there. Very challenging. Once the school reopened, the most happiest people were the parents. Parents, please go. No more COVID. Nothing will happen. Go. Right? Generally also, because many of my own students told me, sir, our parents are used to see us only during holidays. 10 days, 15 days, nice chicken, mutton, all they give. You are there for months together. They didn't expect your presence so many days. That is not their schedule. So, as a result, a teacher really plays a tough role, and you cannot. My son's school, they called and they read out 28 guidelines from the management and authority. I should not make them say stand outside, should not scold, should not call names, should not hit. 28. Now the coordinator is asking, with all these, how can I discipline? So discipline, you take care. I'm sure many of you are having a similar situation, no? One word extra you say, you have to think twice whether the child is, do that. Very, the college level it is very serious for us. If a little scold, if they show a little face, we have to wait a call from parents. Because we really do not know what these fellows are interpreting. So very challenging. Today being a teacher is a very tough thing, not in teaching, but managing all this. Many parents think just because they pay few thousands of rupees, their responsibility is over. No, I paid money, no, you take care. And we have to deal with their problems, their family issues. Many parents do not know how to parent to the child. Either they are, none of us are we trained on parenting? No. We assume one best technique, whatever my parent did, I do opposite of it. Right? They never gave me money, I give lot of money. They never scold, they were scolding me, I don't scold. And by the time we realize, there is a saying, no, by the time I realize my father was right, my son is already telling me I am wrong. Okay, so that is one challenge for the children. Over expectation from parents. My son has to become doctor, lawyer, engineer, how many things one will become? It is not possible. Social isolation, they are appearing to be together, nothing happens. Poor role models, they don't see a right role model sometimes when parents are not, with them. Then excessive screen time, that again causes peer pressure. Today I know many children are going through peer pressure. Tremendous, they may not say it out. Please watch your own biological children also. Because they may not say it out. Today tremendous amount of peer pressure is there. Okay, so some common poor wellness post-COVID is depression, social anxiety, too much of worry, not able to cope up, nervousness. Right now, at least in the last 2 months, I have seen at least 4 or 5 cases of children excessive technology addiction. When parents suddenly stop technology, children are not able to take it. Sometimes their hands still shivering, all that. Okay, so you will have to slowly overcome. So please, unless it is necessary, do not give mobile phone to your children. There is a concept called moral orphans. Moral orphans, we know, they do not have a parents. Moral orphans means nobody is there to tell them what is right and wrong. Today, many children are like that. Parents' morality is lower than the children sometimes. That is why children take advantage. Right? Children take advantage. My daughter told me once, let's say her friend Tina. Tina's father drinks every day. He has alcohol at home. One day, Tina went, took little bit, tasted, liked it. So she took little, so she took so much water and filled it. Every day, Tina takes little, fills it up with water. In 1 month, Tina's father was drinking only water. I don't know whom to pity. So, when poor role models are there, right, children are moral orphans. Today we need, that's why those days we were saying joint family, but then joint family became sometimes, today there too much knowledge, I said no. Excessive knowledge, good touch, bad touch, everywhere, over awareness. Now third one is confused touch. That one fellow was sharing an example. Achi ಊರಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, they have come from a native place, birthday, they gave the boys cutting a cake, celebrating a birthday. This grandma went and kissed this fellow in front of me. Gee, bad touch. They have confused the child. That's why we are using the term safe touch and safe touch. We don't use the word good touch and bad touch anymore. Safe touch and unsafe touch. So what has happened is excessive awareness. Excessive awareness. Too much awareness is not required. And many parents also don't realize. Boy went and asked, Daddy, what is sex? Father like, oh, my son has come to a level of understanding. He started explaining Adam, Eve, male, female, boy, girl. Boy is like, oh, Daddy, what? You want me to explain? No, how to write everything here. He's filling one small application form. What is required, M or F? Only that. But over awareness. Another fellow filling application. Daddy, what to write? Mother tongue. Write it too long. Okay. The third one. Why? What is the cause for poor wellness among the parents? Failed marriages, addictions, no work-life balance, financial issues, social expectations, and uncooperative children. Sometimes children become a real burden for the parents. I've seen one boy, he's in 10th standard, he doesn't want to go to the school unless they buy a new mobile. I went there and spoke to the child, okay, you buy, no, last 2 years they are cheating, now they should buy. He wants a particular mobile, that particular brand. I asked which mobile brand? Nothing. You know the brand is nothing. That has got a special gaming features it seems. That father is like, sir, it is ridiculous. How can I, 28,000? How can I buy that 28,000 rupees mobile? No, unless you give mobile, I will not go. Finally we compromised, we bought the mobile. So it is with the mother, evening you can come, play for half an hour, then again you have to give back to them. So sometimes children become so adamant that poor parents, see, great difficulty we come up with life, right? It's a lot of things. Finally, by the time you start enjoying life, this fellow is creating trouble. You have something called mid-age crisis, at the age of 45, 50, all of us have that question. For whom I am working so hard? Right? I get up so early, do that, I sacrifice my sleep, I sacrifice all that. For whom? Nobody values it. That we all get into that midlife. We have to find a meaning. When people around us don't give us that meaning, people lose, why should we do that? So for some parents, the children are not cooperative, that becomes a major source of. So some suggestions. Okay? Be strong in your hours of humiliation. Okay, so I will find out. Okay, all of us go through hours of humiliation. Please stay strong. Okay, so a teacher's wellness is the most important because we connect. There is something called golden triangle: parent, teacher, student. And teacher is a central point of connection. Okay, because there are some children, they will be more happy with you than their parents. Some children share, they are more comfortable with it because parents are so, this thing, my college in 2002, when the place was really like a jungle during lunch break, we went there, one boy and girl sitting and exploring life, then we bring them to the principal said, no, it's all bad behavior, we are going to inform. This girl said, if you are informing of my parent, I will die. Principal role changed. No, don't worry. You study well, I will come and bless your marriage. Because parents, sometimes they become like a monster. Children are not happy. Okay? So, that becomes a major change. Okay? So, have weekly wellness hours. I think our counseling madam will do that. Create a culture of self-care. Self-care is very, very important. You have to take care of yourself, like a sleep, what I said. Take care of only positive, move with only positive people. There is a human environment should change. Okay? Don't keep negative people with you. I have one of my colleagues, no, I'm not joking. You talk to him for 10 minutes, 2-week depression guaranteed. When he is coming, we go this way. Oh, horrible. He will start from Joe Biden, Modi, Yediyurappa, Bombay, Siddaramaiah. Finally, he will come to the principal. Then he will talk about the HOD. Oh, what do we do with that? So, you have to take care of your human environment. Access to wellness. Create some wellness programs and decide work-life balance strategies. The institution can think about it. Focus on your whole family wellness. Okay, since most of us are fathers and mothers, okay, create a whole school and whole family wellness. And wellness is expensive. Spend quality time. Anything is cheaply available, don't get inside. Okay, people are there. Some people are ready to spend anything, they won't spend money on counseling. Damn knows. Okay, so you have to spend. Oh, for this so much, you are only listening. Should I pay? I am listening to your story, no? They say, oh, sir, after talking to you, I feel relieved. What about us? Like a dustbin, they pour out everything. Now I am relieved, sir. Now when we get back home, we have to manage our own work-life balance. Okay? So this I will skip, okay? Okay, and this is what I said, go for a reduce the mobile usage, daily digital detoxification, at least every day, some minutes, don't use your mobile. There is a strong connection between your life satisfaction and frustration tolerance. I will quickly say, frustration tolerance means the amount of, the duration with which you can hold the frustration. All of us have frustration. There is nobody who can say, I don't have any frustration. You have to ask their family member whether this one is a frustration. Some people say, no, I don't have any problem. The family only will have a problem. Okay, so that frustration tolerance and life satisfaction. And life satisfaction, go for a regular exercise, routine. Have a regular routine. Fix a routine. You can start with sleeping time and getting up time. That you fix it. Every day, Sunday, Monday, whatever it is, same time you should go to bed. Okay, if you don't feel sleepy, sit on the bed, don't lie down. Don't lie down and you don't get it. Okay, that's called a sleep hygiene. Okay, then this is, I'm sure you would have read somewhere. Okay, so distribute your 24 hours. 8 hours you do hard work, 8 hours of good sleep, remaining 8 hours, 3 of family, friends and faith. Okay, and 3H or health, hygiene and hobby and soul, service and smile. Develop a strong sense of gratitude. Read. Leaders are readers. People who read are able to have destigmatized counseling. Okay? When somebody needs a counseling in most of the schools, I do not know the situation in Bethany. Whenever there is somebody is not studying, you study, I will send you to counselor. Going to a counselor should not be like So it is, we need a physical, when you are not well, we go, no? Same way, we all need mental health support. Nobody is perfect and none of us know everything. So please understand. So destigmatize counseling. When somebody needs a counseling, please give it. You don't have to feel bad about it. Okay, so develop life skills and take care of your communication skill. This is, I will stop with this. This is Dr. Gary Chapman, he talks about 5 love languages. Okay, I will speak that, then I will come back to that. 5 love languages means he says we all have, speak 5 types of language. Okay, every relationship. Okay, one is a physical touch, another one is a gift, another one is a quality time, then words of affirmation, and then one more. You find out what is your partner's love language. Right? Anybody married person from other language background? Which language, ma'am? What? You speak Tamil? Tamil and Kannada mostly they understand. Halu. That is anybody complete difference from Manipur to Malayalam? Bengali and then? Bengali and Tamil, good combination. See, in the beginning when you get married, do you get angry on the other person that he doesn't speak your language? We don't get angry. Because just as that I do not know the other person's language. So if your partner's love language is let's say quality time, if your partner prefers you to spend quality time, don't give gift, she may not like it. If she, there is a language called acts of service, that she likes you to help, okay, don't go for a physical touch, that is not she wants. If she is wanting a physical touch, don't be going and washing vessels in the kitchen, that's not what she wants. Find out what is your spouse's love language. Now he talks about, I'll finish with this one, okay, so he says, children when we are born with one tank. He says it's called emotional tank. All of us when we are born. Now when we have love, acceptance, assurance, when we have, tank is full. When these things are not there, negative experiences, unnoticed efforts, broken trust, lack of love and affections, the love will, the tank is getting empty. So later on when they grow up, they try to fill it with unhealthy drug abuse, alcohol, excessive social media, pornography. Imagine when they become parents, horrible. So therefore, we need to fill our children's love language. Okay, so with this, don't over-expect. Okay, avoid unprofessional curiosity in your relationship. If you want to be happy, I saw you in front of principal's office. What is the problem? What is your problem? She will figure out. She will figure out what is the problem. Right? You know what is unprofessional curiosity, right? A girl came to me and she said, counseling, and sir, this boy reached to me. I asked, what is it? No, sir, last month was my birthday. He said, come, we'll go for a drink. And then they went for a drink and then to a remote place. There, by the time I realized, I don't know what this. This is unprofessional curiosity. Nobody came to me. Nobody came to me. Someone like, oh, what is disappointed. Okay? Let's not. Okay, so don't worry too much about other people and their personal lives. That's not good. Some people are, have you seen too much nosy? Don't do that. Don't play with other people's feelings. Right? This fellow is diffusing the bomb. Look at the other fellow showing what is going to happen? Small talk. This fellow will die. For you it may be a joke. For him it is life and death. Okay? So learn to say no, learn to say no. Okay? In a polite way. Okay? Don't simply carry burden. Have you seen some people? Whenever you give work, they will never refuse. They'll take, give. Like our BMTC, this is a garbage truck. They take it, not with the BBMP, then they go around distributing all over the place. If you are able to do the work, you take it. Or say no, you don't take it, we don't want coordinators there. Okay? So that creates, and this is what I said, 5 love languages. Some people like, it's a beautiful book, can be given as a gift. When you go for the next wedding reception, please give. Very powerful book. Give them some 300 rupees or something. Don't give the same old wall clock and cup and saucer. Okay? Please. It keeps rotating, finally it comes to your house only. Okay? Don't do that. So please find out what is your spouse's language. Okay? So please pick that, and I will stop here. Don't wait for everybody to appreciate it. If everybody says you are good, maybe it is your funeral. As long as we live, we have to live with the reality. You hug yourself, you embrace yourself, you be happy with yourself. Okay? So with that, I will